We'll start talking.
Hi, my name is Sherri Badman, and I'm neither rich nor famous, but I have a story that I would like to tell, and I hope that you will both listen with your open hearts and mind. I've never served in the military, but looking at my body, you would really, truly wonder if I was telling you the truth. I have undergone today a total of 25 abdominal surgeries, starting at the age of 24, when I was diagnosed with metastatic colon cancer. At that time, I had a 6-month-old child and a 3-year-old, and basically an unstable marriage. That was nearly 31 years ago, and I can say that I am lucky today to say that I survived. I used to say I was like Morris the cat, because they say cats have 9 lives, and up until last year, I was basically on my 9th life, and that was because I was in my final stage of my intestinal disease, which was the end stage of my small bowel disease, because I was at that time given the option that if I didn't have a small bowel transplant, that I was going to die, because the means of nutrition, which was TPN, I didn't have any more central line access. The last line that I had in my chest had become infected with a yeast infection, and they couldn't salvage that line. And so I went to the University of Pittsburgh, and in February of 14th, on Valentine's Day, I was given a small bowel transplant, and it was a success, and I am here today, and I'm doing fairly well. I do take numerous medications to keep the small bowel from rejection. I take over 75 pills a day, and I take steroids for one, and several different types of anti-rejection meds. One, which is Prograf, and Prograf and my kidneys are not tolerating, or my kidneys aren't tolerating the Prograf, and so they say that sometime further down the line, I probably will end up having to have a kidney transplant too. Through the 25 surgeries that I've had, I ended up losing my total large intestine and my rectum, and so I still have a ileostomy, and I will have that the rest of my life. I am able today to eat food. I don't have the absorption that somebody that has a large bowel has, but I am still able to absorb food, and I do better than I did when I was on TPN. For the last 10 years, I've been on disability, and my income is very limited. And with the fact that I do have to report to the University of Pittsburgh every 2 months or more frequently with my kidneys in failure because of acute renal failure that I go into because of the Prograf, my financial income, or my financial status, is very grave. And so when I am in Pittsburgh, I have to pay for the traveling expenses, housing, food, and for a care provider. Pittsburgh requires that you cannot go to their facilities or their housing without having a care provider with you, because they feel that in case you are unable to care for yourself, that your care provider will provide you with your meals, or cook for you and so forth. And so these added expenses, plus maintaining your living expenses at your existing home, become outstanding. I also have Medicare Part D, which I fall into a donut hole yearly, and this year it was $4,750. And anyway, financially, I'm overwhelmed, and I'm asking, my plea for this interview is that I'm asking for anybody out there that they could help me. And so I have a fundraiser, or a fund set up at the Indiana Credit Union in Avon, Indiana, and I've never asked for help in my life, but I financially, like I said, cannot do this by myself anymore. During my time that I was raising my 2 children and my husband walked out, I raised my 2 children by myself without the aid of welfare. I accredit myself that I wasn't a quitter. I went back to school and completed my nursing. I have a bachelor's in nursing, but unfortunately I was forced to quit work at the age of 42. I always remember the saying that Robert Frost said, that I have miles to go, and I will be 55
Melody
at the
line
end of
two,
this month.
Melody line 2.
And I would like to say that I have miles to go before I quit, and I would like that. I have 4 lovely grandchildren, and I would love to spend time with them. And like I said, if anybody's out there and they're listening, please, even if it's $1 that you could help me, I would greatly appreciate it. And God bless you all. And God bless the people that donate their organs for people like myself, that give me a second chance of life. Without your help and without the people that help financially, we wouldn't have a chance on life again. Life is beautiful, and God's will to let us have this opportunity. Thank you. Changed it around, but I couldn't talk.